So on this lecture here, we're gonna work on the post model and the first database migration. We're gonna learn about migration here with Alchemy, with SQLAlchemy, and it's really cool, guys. So stick with this lecture and finish it, right? So first things first, let's go ahead and play around with this. So let's import this. As a matter of fact, is underscore SQLAlchemy. There we go, and we're gonna import it right here, like this. Little difficult to write for those of you that English is not your first language, right? But it's all good. We got it, right? And let's do Flask-Migrate. And I'm going to explain to you these packages in a minute, all right? Because it's good for you guys to understand what they are, all right? So SQLAlchemy here, all right? This is an ORM, Object Relational Mapper. It defines the models like post, comment, and all that stuff. It's just gonna give us a structure here, all right? So that's what Alchemy is, all right? Now, the Flask-Alchemy here, this guy here, is a Flask integration layer around this guy here, all right? So we could do things like this, DB, and we have done this before, DB model, all right? DB session. As you grow in your knowledge, you're gonna understand exactly how these are all put together at the end, all right? Now, Flask-Migrate, what is this? This is a wrapper that ties the Alembic, I don't know if you, Alembic into this guy right here, all right? Alembic, all right? We're gonna learn about this stuff in the future as well, all right? It's gonna be really awesome stuff, all right? Oh, and by the way, for those of you that don't know what Alembic is, all right? Alembic is a database migration tool for Python, all right? We use it mostly with this guy right here, all right? So the purpose of this is to help us manage changes to our database schema, right? So we have data already. Alembic is gonna help us add more tables or data or columns without interrupting the data that we already have in there, without interrupting our application. We can add things to it, all right? We don't have to turn anything off. Anyway, it's pretty cool stuff. I'm gonna make lectures about this in the future. But anyway, let's continue with what we were doing here. So once we import all this, we need to configure it, okay? So let's go and configure it, config. I'm gonna config this, and let's just do SQLAlchemy. Right? Hopefully I got it right. Database URI. So that's the first thing. We got to get this URI. And of course, we're using SQLite. And it's going to be in the root. Blog DB. Just like that. All right. Now, DB, we're going to set up this instance here. And we're going to say, we're going to pull this guy from here and pass the app. The instance that we got for our application, the Flask application. And then we're gonna also pull this guy, migrate. Hold on, we need a variable for this. There we go. And then we pass the app because they all work together, and then we pass the DB, all right? Simple as that. Remember that this is just a wrapper that ties everything up. This guy, migrate, Flask-Migrate, okay? That's it for this. Oh, and let's create the post model real quick. So let's create this, and we're gonna pass in the DB. And guys, if this seems a little bit alien, do not worry. You're gonna be a master later on if you keep following my lectures. My pleasure is to teach you as much as possible, guys. So I'm here for you, okay? All right. So we pass the DB, which is this guy right here, and we have this other object in there that's called model. We'll get that in here, and then let's go and say, as a matter of fact, what is the structure of a post, of our post? I know we have an ID. All right, let's just go by this here real quick. I don't have my notes here, so I'm just gonna improvise a little bit, all right? So anyway, we make a mistake, we'll fix it, and you guys learn that extra thing, all right? How to fix it. So we're gonna say, hey, this is gonna be an integer, all right? And this, I'm not making this up. You have to do this exactly like I'm doing it with uppercase, okay? All right. And then, of course, this is going to be the primary, and we're going to set this to true, okay? So that's the ID. And the next one is the title. We'll do something very similar. Well, not similar, but I'll copy this here. And I'll keep creating them just like that. So this is going to be the title. And this is going to be the body, because a post has a body. And what else does a post have? The date it was created. So we'll do created at, just like that, right? Now let's edit this, of course, because this is gonna be a string instead of an integer. So we'll say string, and let's give it 200 characters, just like that. And no, this is not gonna be the primary key. It's not going to be, so we'll make it false. But of course, this is going to be nullable. There we go. And this is going to be the same thing. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to copy this guy here so I don't have to write all that stuff. There we go. And we'll change the body here will be text. So that way we can hold more data. Okay. And this one here would be datetime. This is going to be the date, time. And I think we have to pull this out. Let me see. Hold on. Oh, because it's coming from DB. Yeah, we have our own datetime here from the DB. So we're good with this here. Let's see. So, let's set a default here. Let me see if I can remember how to write this. Default. All right. And datetime. And that would be UTC now. Oh, I got to pull in the datetime. All right, so that's something that I have to import here. Let's import actually from, what is it? Datetime. Datetime, and we're going to import datetime. Right? Let me see something here. I think I remember that this is being deprecated. So right now what we got to do is we got to pull in the time zone and do timezone.utc. All right. So we got to pull in the time zone from here. Time zone. And now we got to do it here. Let me see what it was. It was, we got to use the now method and do datetime, time zone, UTC. All right. Oops, I keep doing that, which is crazy. So let's get that here. We'll do the now. Now that we have these now function, we'll get the time zone here and we'll do UTC. And that should not give us any errors right there. Perfect. Right, you can see that there a little better, right? Really good stuff. Now I'm going to show you something, a little trick here. I'm going to create a little function here that we use, and this is for debugging purposes. All right, this is instead of, we are not able to print objects, right? Like for example, if I wanted to see something on the console, like if I wanted to see one of these objects, right, like a post or anything like that, and I try to print it, I try to print the whole object like this, I'm gonna get like the memory information, things like that. I'm not gonna get post ID number 1 with the title and all of that stuff, right? I'm not gonna get the string of what I got in the database. I want the string so that I can see that what the posts have. I can see the ID, I can see the title. For that, for debugging purposes, for us in the console, or in the terminal, we're gonna be able to see the representation of what the post is as a string, all right? So we'll do self here, and we're gonna return. This is just a little function here that will help us out. And we'll do this in F strings. So I'll say post is self ID. So we'll get the ID. And every time we want to print a post, we're gonna get this information. We're gonna get the ID, and then we can say we're gonna get the title. Just like that, all right? And let me do a question mark here and put R here so that way, perfect. And let me close that in, just like that, all right? So instead of getting back an object with no meaningful data, we're gonna get an object with some meaningful data, the ID and the title. Super, super cool, all right? Yeah, that's it. If we have any errors, do not worry, we'll fix it. All right. I'm not going to check much because I like fixing errors. So I'm going to execute some commands here, and so that way we can initialize stuff here. So we are going to initialize our data. So this here is going to create a migration folder right here. Now, migrations in database context has to do with like keeping, look at it as like a version control, right? So you're gonna keep different versions, different histories of your migrations of your data in the database, like your tables or whatever columns you add. You're gonna keep versions of that, all right? So you can go back and say, hey, I wanna roll down or roll up to where I had this table, where I had this column, all right? So you're gonna see how that works. Don't overwhelm yourself, all right? It's gonna be pretty simple in the future, but you gotta get through this now. All right, so this here is giving me some type of error. Hold on, let me see. Additional arguments should be named dialect. Let me see what this is actually doing. When I'm debugging here, I usually go all the way up here. So it's saying alembic is not defined, so I probably left something here called alembic somewhere. Let me see, alembic. Let me see. All right. Let me run Python app. All right, hold on. Not that. All right, but that's fine. It's still giving me the same error. Let me see. Line 1. All right, hold on. Let me go back into my code here. And I think in my post model, I did a mistake here. This is primary key. Let me see if that works. Because I know I was writing alembic here. I can't see it right now because when I'm coding a lot, sometimes I miss things. But anyway, let's just clear this up and let's do this again. Flask DB init. And now it works. All right, so that's what I was missing there. And I saw it in one of the errors. It says primary something there. And this is not the first time it happens. I always forget to put this little key name there for that primary thing, primary key value. Anyway, let's keep going, all right? So the next thing is migrating. Show you real quick before we go to the next stuff here. And you can see now that we have some extra things in here. First of all, we got this instance folder where we're gonna have our database soon, right? And we have this migrations folder that has all the versions there, all right? Pretty cool stuff, all right? Anyway, let's keep going. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna execute that next command, which is migrate. So db flask db, and this is migrate. And what I want to do is I want to pass a little flag here to tell it what it is that we want, the model, right? So this is going to create the model that we need in our database. And this is going to be usually create post model. You can write that. But since this is the only migration we got so far, when you have different data, you can call this, like if you have multiple or just the beginning, you can say initial. Right? So that would be your initial migration, just like that. Enter. All right, boom. And you can see now that created the migration. You can come back here, migrations, versions, boom. Right? So when you see that this is gonna create the columns in the database, you have ID, title, body, and created at. This is gonna be the columns. All right? So when we're done with this is gonna be in the database. All right? And when you drop it, it's gonna drop the whole table. All right, so this is what versions is. And next time you create another one, let's say next time we create another post model, let's say for the comments, it's gonna create a different version and it's gonna have the same data. Like it's gonna have, of course, different columns, but it's gonna have a different version here. And you can keep those versions there so you can go back and forth with those versions. All right? Anyway, you're gonna understand that later a little better. Right now, we're just getting through this. All right, so the next thing is completing this. Right now, let me see right there. We don't have the database. Let me see right here. We have the database in here. All right, there's nothing there. Okay, no data. Let's finish this. We're gonna say Flask DB upgrade. Enter. Simple as that. All right. Anyway, let's just take all this off. And you should have this installed now. And create it. And let's make sure that our app is actually running. And now I'm gonna do Command or Control click. And that's gonna open my file and everything looks good so far. All right. Pretty cool stuff, guys. All right. We're gonna have a different tool here. I'm already using and for those of you that are brand new to this, to my courses with Flask and Python, I'm using SQL Viewer here to get this information. You can see the version here. We can see the version and everything that we created in the migration. But the reason why I'm able to click here and see some of this data is because I have this extension. I'm gonna show you. This is actually Visual Studio Code that I'm using. And some of you already know that stuff. But if I click here and I click extensions and I do SQL here, let me see if I can find it with this. You can see it's not SQL, it's SQLite Viewer. That's what I'm using right now to view the database stuff, all right? Anyway, guys, thank you so much for following this lecture. I know it was kind of long, but it's something that we needed to do to create our SQL feature in our application. Thank you so much for watching. If you stay all the way, guys, thumbs up for you, really. Give me a like on this video. Motivate me to create more advanced things. Keep it going, guys. Thank you so much, and I'll see you on the next lecture, guys. Be consistent.